I agree. I agree. This person says, I think it's funny that people flex about getting suckered for working more. It was on a video of a guy who said anybody who works 40 hours a week is a loser because he works 70 to 80 hours a week, including all of his weekends. And I remember that conversation with that gentleman. It was an On This Day video. I remember when that conversation happened. The conversation continued in the thread, and he talked about how he hadn't taken a day off in years, and he just grinds and blah blah blah. And we've talked about it a lot, but we were taught to do that, right? I'm Gen X. I was born in 72. My generation was taught by our parents that when you go to work, even at high school level, like when you went and got your first part-time job in high school, all the way through every job you ever had as an adult, we were taught like the following items, right? If you show up on time, you're 5 minutes late. You be there at the company 5-10 minutes before your start time, so you can put all your shit away, do all your stuff, and be ready to start working the minute you clock in. And whenever possible, you stayed late. You took weekend shifts. You made yourself an invaluable member of the team and an indispensable member of the team. And if you ask questions and stay late and work hard, then eventually you're going to move up the ladder, and you can carve out a nice life for yourself. And it worked for us, right? That's what I did. I worked my ass off as a laborer and became a working foreman, and then worked my ass off as a working foreman to become a superintendent over a few crews, and then worked my ass off as a superintendent to become a project manager, and so forth and so on. My wife did the same thing, right? She busted her ass and became she became a woman who ran facilities in the agriculture exporting game when women didn't run facilities. And we did that by busting our ass. But here's the deal. Was it worth it? A lot of people will argue that it was worth it. I will tell you that now, I'm going to be 53 next month. I've been retired from landscaping since I was 45. I can tell you that you can make your money, you can have a comfortable life, you can carve out an existence for you without having to give your life to somebody else. And that's what we did. Did we climb the ladder? Yeah, so to speak. We made enough money to feel comfortable. What we really did was we made somebody way above us a shit ton more money. We put in a shit ton of hours of our life. We missed events with our kids and family members. We came home beaten and sore and only having the energy to throw something down our throats and then go to bed. So long that we felt like we were succeeding. There was a project manager, right? She was a facility manager. But, I mean, to what avail? Before I started my own landscape company, all those hours I put in, all that time I put in, all the going to classes and seminars and doing continued education and I had a fucking stack of certifications in the landscape industry, right? All kinds. You fucking named it. Some company sent me to it, and I fucking did this and did that, and I was green roof certified and this retaining wall block certified and this all of that shit, right? What did it get me? Before I started my landscape company, the highest salary I ever had was $65,000 a year. $65,000 a year with paid vacation, a 401k, a company truck, paid holidays, and some health insurance. I made my boss a fuck ton of money. I oversaw millions of dollars in landscaping. I made $65,000 a year. My wife fared a little bit better quite a bit better in her industry. She ultimately topped out at $190,000 before everything fell apart in her industry, with her company and all of that shit. That's what she was making. And we were both busting our asses for those salaries. $190,000, she was running 2 different facilities, had All kinds of people answering to her, was dealing multi-million-dollar transactions going through her facility. She was putting in time. She was stressed. And me, with my 65,000, I mean, when I was making $65,000 a year, I had, oh shit, 45, 50 guys working underneath me across multiple job sites in the Chicagoland area. Was it worth it? I don't know. Looking back, I don't know. Especially considering how we earn now. In a little bit more of a stress-free manner. I don't know. Some would argue, and they would be correct, that I couldn't have even started my landscape company unless I busted my ass landscaping for other people. And that's exactly how I did it. I busted my ass landscaping for other people for 20 years, saved my money, and then when the last company I worked for collapsed and went under, my wife, and I'm going to tell you something, we got a couple of minutes here on this video. Find yourself a partner that's fucking supportive. I haven't always been as supportive of her, especially with the last job that she had. The job before that, I was supremely supportive. She came to me and said, I interviewed with the company, and we're going to talk about how supportive she's been of me, though. That's the whole point of this. She came to me and said, I interviewed with a company that wants to hire me to run their facility, because the company she was working for at the time kept passing her over for facility manager. And she goes, but the problem is that the guy doesn't have a facility. I said, so what does he want you to run? Well, he wants me to build a facility. And while I think I can run a facility, while I think I'm ready to run a facility, I don't know that I could build one. I've never built one. He wants me to build it, equip it, staff it, and then run it. And he just has supreme confidence in me. And the number he was tossing around was like double her current salary. And I knew she could do it. And I looked at her and I said, yeah, I think you can do it. Do it. What happens if I can't do it? Then we figure it the fuck out. Like we've been doing for almost 30 years together. We figure it the fuck out. And for 10 years, she excelled there. She built that facility, that first facility. She equipped it. She staffed it. She got them to the point where they could buy the second facility. She ran both facilities. And then when I was working for the last company I was working for, and they went under, it was a bad time. Oh man, it was a bad time. My stepmother had just passed away. My father had just moved in with us. We had the two girls. Renee was pregnant with Tommy, and we had 3 bedrooms and a bath and a half. We underwent a $100,000 renovation to the house in 3 short months, getting it done just before she gave birth to Tommy, with my father living here, and then I lose my fucking job. And it's winter in Chicago, and I'm a landscaper. Can't find anything. What am I going to do for the spring? I got to figure out something for the spring. My wife comes to me and says, you've been doing this for 20 years. You know just about everything there is to know about it. You know how to design it. You know how to sell it. You know how to install it. Yep. Do you know how to bid it? Yep. You've been saving money? Yep. Go start your own. Okay. That kind of partnership where you can look at your partner and go, I know you can do this, just go do it. He wants you to build a facility, you've never built one. He's not offering you double your salary because he doesn't think you can do it. I know you can do it. And she did it. Just like her looking at me and saying, go start your own. And we did it. But all of it led to the stress and the high anxiety, and she had a fucking heart attack on her job, for fuck's sake. So is it worth it? Is it I'll work 80 hours a week? Is that a flex? No, it's not, man. It's not. But that's what we were taught. That's what was ingrained in us. Find out what you can do that you can monetize in an alternative digital world, and do that. 100% of our bills are being paid right now because of YouTube money. Our car payments, our mortgage payment, the cell phone bill, the grocery bill, all of it, YouTube money. Low stress. I don't need to leave the fucking house to do it. We live in a different world. Figure out how to monetize your skills and do that instead of making some other motherfucker rich.